It was a regular evening at one of the city's most exclusive restaurants, where the wealthy dined under the warm glow of chandeliers, sipping on premium wine and discussing high-stakes deals. The waiters, dressed in crisp uniforms, moved effortlessly through the space, catering to the elite clientele. Then the door creaked open, and in walked a man unlike the usual patrons. His clothes were tattered, his hair was unkempt, and he carried nothing but a worn-out backpack. Heads turned, and whispers spread like wildfire. Who let a homeless man in? What was he doing here? He didn't belong. This was not just any homeless man. Underneath the disheveled exterior was none other than Elon Musk, the billionaire entrepreneur, conducting an undercover social experiment. His goal? To see how people truly treated those they perceived as less fortunate. He wanted to strip away his status, his money, and his power to reveal human nature in its rawest form. Elon walked towards the reception desk, where a well-dressed host stood, his expression shifting from professional politeness to discomfort. "Sir, can I help you?" the host asked, hesitating. Elon, maintaining his composed demeanor, responded, "I'd like a table for one, please." The host hesitated, looking him up and down. "Are you sure? This is a fine dining establishment. We have a dress code." Other patrons glanced at the scene unfolding, some with curiosity, others with irritation. A woman in an expensive gown whispered to her companion, "They really should be more careful about who they let in here." A businessman, engrossed in his steak, barely spared a glance before shaking his head dismissively. Elon, still in character, replied, "I can pay for my meal. I just want to eat." The host, clearly uncertain about how to handle the situation, sighed and gestured toward a corner table away from the main crowd. As Elon made his way to his seat, the tension in the restaurant grew. People exchanged glances, some of disgust, some of curiosity. The true test was about to begin. Elon sat quietly, observing the world around him. Waiters hesitated before approaching his table, some deliberately avoiding eye contact. When a server finally arrived, his demeanor was noticeably different from the one he displayed at other tables. "What would you like to order?" he asked, his tone void of the warmth he used when speaking to wealthier guests. Elon flipped through the menu, noting the expensive dishes. "I'll have the steak and a glass of water, please." The waiter frowned, as if expecting Elon to order something cheaper. "Are you sure? That's one of our premium selections." Elon nodded. "I know. That's what I'd like." The waiter hesitated before writing it down and walking away. Nearby, a group of businessmen observed the interaction with amusement. "I bet he can't even afford it," one chuckled, probably hoping someone will take pity on him. At another table, a wealthy couple debated whether they should call the manager. "This place has standards," a man said. "If they start letting in just anyone, we'll have to find a new restaurant." His wife nodded in agreement, clearly uncomfortable with Elon's presence. The underlying prejudice in the room was undeniable. What none of them realized was that the man they were judging had the means to buy the entire restaurant if he wanted to. As Elon continued his meal, he overheard whispers growing louder. He noticed one of the businessmen discreetly taking out his phone, searching for a picture of Elon Musk. His face changed as he compared the image on his screen to the man sitting a few tables away. "No way. It can't be," he murmured. He showed his phone to his colleagues, and their expressions shifted from amusement to shock. Slowly, recognition spread across the room. The whispers intensified. "Is that really him? No way. What's he doing here looking like that? I just laughed at Elon Musk. Oh my God." The waiter returned, this time with a nervous energy. "Sir, I just wanted to say," Elon raised a hand, stopping him, "you were doing your job, but let's not pretend you treated me the same as you treated everyone else." The waiter lowered his gaze, clearly ashamed. Other customers who had previously dismissed him suddenly wanted to be friendly. "Mr. Musk, it's an honor. Let me cover your bill. Would you like to join us at our table? I've always admired your work, sir." But Elon wasn't interested in their sudden change of heart. Elon stood, removing the worn-out cap that had partially obscured his face. "Let me ask you something," he said, his voice calm but firm. "Why did it take recognizing my face for you to treat me with respect?" The room fell silent. You all judged me based on my clothes, my appearance, and your assumptions about my worth. But here's the truth. Your worth isn't in your bank account, your suit, or your jewelry. It's in how you treat people, especially those who you think can do nothing for you. A few guests lowered their heads, embarrassed. The businessman who had mocked him earlier swallowed hard, unable to meet his gaze. I walked in here the same person I am now. The only thing that changed was your perception. A quiet exit, a lasting impact, is a poignant and thought-provoking narrative that invites readers to reflect on societal norms, the value of kindness, and the inherent worth of human beings, irrespective of their social standing. The story centers around a moment where Elon Musk, often regarded as a billionaire tech mogul, carries out a social experiment in an everyday setting, a restaurant, demonstrating a powerful lesson in humility, empathy, and respect. The setting begins with Elon Musk placing a stack of cash on the table, signaling the end of his meal, but not the end of his purpose for being there. There is a calm, almost understated atmosphere in the restaurant as he leaves a generous tip, but this gesture is far from the point. Instead, Elon's actions reveal a deeper intention, one that transcends money. His words to the waiter are a catalyst for a greater reflection on human interaction. The tone of the story shifts from one of ordinary service to an uncomfortable silence that envelopes the restaurant. Through his brief but impactful exchange with the waiter, Elon Musk causes a profound ripple effect in the social atmosphere of the room. The seemingly inconspicuous moment holds weight because it challenges preconceived notions of how people are treated based on perceived wealth or status. At the core of Elon Musk's actions is the message that respect and kindness should be given freely, without regard to someone's appearance, job title, or societal position. By calling attention to how the waiter, who may have initially dismissed Elon's appearance, reacted with a lack of respect, Elon challenges the waiter's perception of what it means to treat others. His assertion that kindness should not be dictated by outward appearances or assumptions about someone's social status is a call to dismantle ingrained societal hierarchies that often guide how we interact with one another. Elon's words, "I hope next time you treat the next nobody who walks in here with the same respect you'd give to a billionaire," are a subtle but impactful critique of how people tend to place more value on individuals with wealth or fame. This part of the story underscores how respect should not be contingent on financial success or social visibility, but should be inherent in our interactions with all people. After Elon leaves, the silence in the restaurant becomes an important tool for reflection. The once lively atmosphere, filled with chatter and laughter, suddenly turns introspective. The silence signifies the weight of Elon's message and provides the necessary space for patrons and staff to confront their own biases and assumptions. The room is no longer filled with the noise of typical dining experiences, but with the inner musings of those who have just been reminded of the importance of treating others with dignity. This silence symbolizes more than just a physical quieting of sound. It represents a moral reckoning within the individuals present. Some may feel ashamed of their previous behavior, realizing they have been quick to judge others based on superficial factors. Others may experience a sense of enlightenment, recognizing that they have the power to create a more respectful environment by embracing empathy and kindness. Elon Musk's act of leaving the restaurant does not end with his exit. The lingering effect of his words and actions ripples through the people in the room, inspiring them to reconsider how they treat others, especially those who might be labeled as nobodies in society. The story suggests that a single act of kindness, or in this case, a call for greater kindness, has the power to alter not just individual behaviors but collective attitudes. By reframing the way people think about respect, Elon Musk shows that kindness is a universal value, one that should not be dictated by a person's wealth or social rank. His lesson in humanity transcends the physical space of the restaurant, touching the lives of everyone who witnessed the exchange and sparking a larger conversation about equity, respect, and compassion in daily interactions. The underlying message of this story speaks to a larger social issue: the tendency to value people based on their external markers of success, money, power, influence, while overlooking the intrinsic worth of individuals. In our daily lives, We often place people into categories either intentionally or unconsciously based on how they appear or what they represent in a social or economic context. The narrative challenges this hierarchy and urges readers to reflect on their own behavior and how they engage with others. Elon Musk's action in this story is not just a critique of societal behavior, but also an invitation to adopt a more inclusive and compassionate approach to human relationships. His simple but profound lesson encourages us to treat everyone with the same respect, regardless of their outward status. This universal value is what gives the story its depth, making it not just a critique of social norms, but an enduring call for positive change. A quiet exit, a lasting impact, serves as a reminder that kindness and respect are fundamental values that should not be dictated by societal hierarchies or external appearances. Elon Musk, through his seemingly small act of leaving a tip and offering a powerful statement to the waiter, sparks a larger conversation about how we treat others. The story emphasizes that humanity is what connects us all, regardless of status, and the lasting impact of one person's actions can ripple through a community, creating lasting change in the way we interact with the world around us.